I always found that very weird of like when you get new glasses and stuff, your new glasses don't like, as a kid, you don't think about it. You don't think about how this works or anything. And then like you have glasses your whole life, so you never really think about the intricacies of how they work and stuff until you're like, no, your glasses don't actually do anything. They're focusing the vision into your eye, but your eye still has to compensate for that as well. Because they're not perfect. Your brain is still like, what the fuck? Well, it's not really that. It's like you're getting correct vision into the eye now, but the brain has been seeing fuzzy crap for so long that it has to figure out what all the sharp stuff is. It's a really weird and interesting thing. Although I watched this YouTube video a while back, weird tangent. I watched this YouTube video a while back that was like, the human eye is actually a very, like, very, very low tech kind of an eyeball when it comes to like eyeballs in general. Like, for all animals out there, our eyeballs kind of suck compared to everybody else's. Just because we got to the point where like our brain was smart enough to compensate for what our eyeballs weren't telling us, that our eyeballs stopped evolving at a certain point, and now they're just at like this mediocre level of like how they're made. Yeah, it's like a Mark 1 eyeball. Yeah, exactly. Our intelligence and how our brain works made it so that our eyeballs didn't need to evolve any further, so they just stopped. They're just like, fuck it, we're fine. The tomb, built within the hollowed rocks by ancient Cyclopses, was safely hidden from casual searches. The path to it was skillfully concealed by lush vegetation. By lush vegetation. Got it. If we hadn't known exactly where to look, we would have passed it by, never even suspecting it was there. The entrance was covered with a huge stone slab that seemed to merge with the stone wall, but disheveled bushes and torn ivy shoots implied that it had been recently moved. We said the word given to us by the defaced sister. Keb means darkness, in an ancient and forgotten world from an ancient and forgotten language. But like time-bleached bone for some unknown beast out in the wilderness, after speaking the word, the stone slab smoothly and almost soundlessly moved aside, opening the entrance to the damp, musty darkness. To avoid being trapped inside, we propped the door open with a large stone, which proved to be a smart decision. As soon as we stepped inside, the door shuddered and tried to close behind us, but the stone kept it in place. Yes! I wonder if these are done, like, I wonder if the 3 defaced sisters, like, if the maps are always in the same order, regardless of where I go. So, like, I went to the Hollowed Eyes or whatever second, and it was the Cyclops area and the door that she was all like, put a rock! I wonder if I had gone to this place second, if the Cyclops map would have been here instead. Because it's interesting that this one, I used my knowledge from the second one to prop the door open here. If I hadn't have done that, if I got here and it was this one before the second one, would I have not known that and it would have locked behind me? I don't know. Behind the door was a spacious corridor, obviously built for creatures much larger than humans. The air smelled damp, and the stone walls, decorated with bas-relief and carvings, were completely covered with a disgusting, oily mold. We ate some. No. Search the corridor for traps. Tombs and traps always come as a pair, like pen and ink or barbarians and rage, and officials and bribes. The tomb was no exception. Sure, there weren't any pressure plates on the floor or bundles of stones waiting to fall on our heads, but under a layer of mold was hidden a magic sign, the kind you shouldn't look at. We finished our search, and then examined the mold on the walls. Sometimes the fungus in a dungeon proves dangerous than any monster, so many adventurers suffocated on poison spores, got burned, or were disintegrated on the spot just because they never thought to open a botany book. Fortunately, the mold in the tomb, though sticky, smelly, and disgusting, was completely harmless. Let's try to clean the mold off the walls. We carefully scraped the mold from the walls. It didn't mind. It was one of those completely harmless kinds of mold. Nothing that seemed poisonous, acidic, or the gods know what else mold species you might find. Beneath the mold, we found text carved into the wall, a distinctly clear, visible letters from some unknown language. Of course, we stayed away from the patch where we found the hidden magic symbol, having finished our work. We read the inscription. Despite the mold, the carvings on the stone wall were well preserved. The text said, "Animal has 2 eyes, man has 1, deity has none. For lives in darkness. Darkness contains all answers, opens all doors, finishes all paths." Such jolly fellows, these ancient Cyclops. I guess man has 1 because they're Cyclopses, they would have only had 1. A huge sarcophagus was placed in the middle of the burial chamber, its lid on the floor nearby. Inside was a gigantic skeleton. Its skull stared hollowly with its single huge eye socket, and its bony fingers were clenching around a small brass incense burner that also looked like a one-eyed skull. Near the sarcophagus was the slim figure of a woman wrapped in a gray cloak. She wasn't breathing, and didn't take much to discover her cause of death. The Cyclops had left a nasty surprise for anyone who had dared come to rob their graves. Near the skeleton's head was a magic symbol of death carved directly into the sarcophagus surface. It must have killed the sister instantly. The instant she opened the lid. Lucky for us, it was a single-use trap. Examine the body of the sister. Successful. When we removed the cloth from the dead woman's face, it sent a chill down our spines. She literally had no face. Instead, there was a rough gray surface looking something like a rough clay mask, 2 holes instead of eyes, a hole instead of a nose, and a crack instead of a mouth. What power could have done this to her? Having examined her body, we discovered the dead woman wasn't human. She was fey, most likely a nymph, deformed by some unknown magic. She had nothing of interest on her, so we took the incense burner from the tomb. Didn't say to do that, which had also become the burial chamber for the very person we were searching for. Alright. Well, that's that, I guess. Find the relic that they are looking for. Makes me assume at that point that yes, it was going to be forced in those 3 orders. So like you can't find the relic on your first attempt. That would be weird. Alright, we got goblins up here. Nope. What about behind us? Nope. Oh man, it sounds like that's what he's saying. Man. Dog. Dog, go there. Jubilist. Come and shoot that guy. Nice.
Repent!
Wait, where is this guy? Oh, he's literally right in front
Let
of
us
me.
strike as one.
Never mind, I'm an idiot. Ow!
I grant you death.
Okay.
Look there, Tiger Lords! Here comes the killer, an enemy, a servant of evil spirits. This person aims to disrupt our exalted mission.
Huh.
As you can see, there are only 3 of us here. Our 4th sister was killed, and he is the killer. We trusted him, and this is how he repays us. Liar, traitor, murderer!
Barbarians exchange glances with each other, look at the sister and then at me, then finally to Dugoth, who tightens his fist around his sword. They wait for an order from their leader, ready to charge at his sign. Dugoth hesitates, looking at me intently. Let's try diplomacy. It's a lie. I saved 2 of the sisters, and when I found the 3rd, she was already dead.
Tiger Lords, haven't you had enough of this witch's speeches? Me, I am fed up with all her lies and half-truths. We keep dying here, and she won't even tell us what for, what we're trying to find here. If anyone wants to give their life for her gibberish, go ahead. Everyone else, start packing. We go back to Nomeria.
Betrayal, blasphemy! All who remain loyal to the great Armagh, to battle! Today you die, Baron.
No. Wow, there's a lot. Wow, they angry. They big madge. You whores. I like how they're wailing at their own people, too. Because they dumb. Alright, Valerie, what are we looking at here? Kill that wolf, would you? Alright, wolf dead. I don't want to get knocked prone. Alright, let's come stab him. Alright, doggo. Why are you running towards me? There's like Dugoth right there. Alright, here, attack that guy. Ekun. Attack that actually, get that archer, would you? Got him. Jubilist.
This spell has other uses. This spell has other uses. This spell has other uses.
Get lit on fire, nerds. Hey, what the hell? Wait, are they all attacking me except... Well, no. Alright. Tristan, do that for me, would you? Awesome. That's gonna be a huge boon to me. Wow, y'all are stupid. Valerie. Who am I attacking? That one?
Nok-Nok used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Another one down. Just killing themselves.
No strike wasted.
Nice. Okay. Acid. I'm gonna acid you. Excellent. Dog. She tried to punch me in the face. Well, that ain't gonna work.
Cannot hide from me.
Holy damage. Arrow of Law. Bone Shaker. We got Searing Light. Sad.
Be easier if you not fight back.
One down. Why can't you move to attack? Ah, fart! I hate when the game does that.
I don't like you.
Why are my rolls so bad? Let's see if we can knock him prone. One down.
Come here, Bat. Nok-Nok stab you.
Smear them. Nowhere to run.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna work. Punch me in the face.
Onward!
Which knife to use?
Look, all that. I don't know what I'm doing. All right,
This ever end?
let's talk to Dugoth.
They died meaningless deaths. But we could be friends, you and I, Baron. It always ends this way. Creatures like her breed ill blood between people. And then good fighters die for no reason. Disgusting. Look, it's not even a human. Right, she wasn't human at all. She was Fey. This is who our chieftain was listening to. We have nothing more to do here. We'll leave. But let me tell you why we came here in the first place. I've no idea what magic toy those witches were looking for, but I do know where to find it. We spotted the place long ago, but I didn't want to lead my people there. These incense burners from the tombs are the keys to the entrance. The place is called the Valley of the Dead, and for good reason. It's an unholy land, a cursed land. If there's something capable of devouring a whole city around here, that's where you'll want to start looking for it. And now, farewell.
Farewell. All right, well, there's that, I guess. Leave behind their armor. There's no need for that. There's collapsed passage. Gates to the Valley of the Dead. $112, $1.5. Where's my nearest town? Takes 120. Takes 123. So technically this is a faster town. Let's go there. Which is fine, because I want to go to the south end of the map anyway. I can work my way north, essentially.
I'm fairly certain that the old man who helped us to destroy the flower knew something of the gnomes' migration from the First World. I still can't believe he refused to give me any answers.
We visited another world, learned an unbelievable secret, won an unprecedented victory, and brought peace to our lands. Yet still, all you care about is gnomes. Gnomes, gnomes, gnomes.
How long does this last? Permanent. Oh, can only be fixed with restoration magic. Ugh, crap. Alright. Alright, fight. This is fine. Oh, there's more. Hello. Oh, that's a ton of damage.
You forced my hand.
That one's down. Ekun.
They just said exposed.
Tristan, can you cast Restoration? Restoration is a touch spell. Okay. I'm gonna come up here because she's gonna run over there. Balls.
Stay behind me!
Alright, Ekun.
True.
Alright. That's regular restoration. Okay, that got rid of her constitution debuff.
My training pays off!
Alright, so now she's down as Dex. So, that's all she's down? Because, like... that's where I get her extra AC from. I wonder if using heal spells for resting would have used restoration. No, it didn't, because he had that and didn't use it on her during the rest. Huh. Anything going on at the castle? Needs to be done by the first day of the 3rd month. Christian or harem? Harem's done in 2 days. And then support the treasure when we get back.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
Alright. So there should be a vendor here. And we'll get a free night's rest. Oh, you're a vendor. We'll speak later. Maybe you're a vendor? Trader, yeah, okay. Offer. Good enough. Do you have anything cool? Cerbic ring. Nope, not really. Okay, just sell all that. You. Got her dexterity back, so her AC goes back up. Honestly, if I was going to choose the 2 to go first, it would have been Constitution and Dex. Alright, so that ends there. Maybe I should go up to Oleg's real quick. Let's do that. Why is it red? Oh, because I just have a bunch of quests there. That's right. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, we'll fight him.
Be on guard.
Is that it? Just those 2? That's adorable. Alright, Harem was a triumph. +5 divine. Failure. 3 culture lost. Sad. Alright, Black Ravine. Only a 35% chance of success. 3 divine on success. Alright, it's not going to get any better than that, because the only other one that could do it was him, and he would have had the same chances.
The forest makes care for everyone. Today it shelters. Tomorrow it feeds someone else. With you.
What do we got over here? Another one. And another one. Got him.
Follow me. Or don't.
What the hell is going on here? You stumble across an ugly scene, a ragged pile of goblins. They're hiccuping violently, laughing and hiccuping again. The air is so thick with alcohol fumes, flies lie dead in the dirt. An odd vinegar smell as well. It appears the goblins have gotten into Oleg's stock and drank deep of its contents. Barrel lies and splinters around the area, not a single one intact. No problem here, normal day for tribe. Would be worse if holiday. Is this your tribe? Yes, he sniffs again and then suddenly becomes more aware of the vinegar smell. They've marked this as home. It will be hard to make them leave home, though. It's much smaller than the capital. Capital would have more room for them. Not have to lie in pile. Could be lying down drunk everywhere. He turns to one in the group entwined in the mass. You, runny longlegs, why you stop running? Why make home here? Kept getting chased. No place to settle down, got hungry, then caught. Then we sent here. And now, caught by who? Big Shanks, bigger than you. Longlegs blinks and scratches the side of his head with his foot. Fatter, smelled better. Big Club was eating sheep. We tried to share his sheep with us by taking one, a small one, but in the night he snore, but we not ask first, so he get mad. Like a giant, I don't know which one. After eating half of us, he got so full he's ready to trade. He say if we find him something to wash other goblins down with, they still be squirming in his gut, he let us go. We knew a place here, at Post. But had to sample kegs to be sure. Some appreciation that is. Look, you can't just serve any old swill to the monster that swallowed your friends. You have to be sure it'll complement the course meat. Perhaps I should write you a guide on pairing drinks with the goblin cuisine. Make them leave or I'll do it myself. Listen, Nok-Nok big hero. You do what Nok-Nok say, but tell me where Big Shanks now. When he expect you back? Did Big Shanks follow? Oh, there's Big Shanks. Mungut. At that moment, there's another waft of foul air, and the shadow falls on the ground. All of the goblins in the pile lift their heads to the new arrival. A towering hill giant with mismatched coveralls, a necklace of hands and skulls, and a makeshift club composed of several timbers tied together with rope. He looks very, very angry. And not just at the pile of goblins, but at the splintered empty barrels. That him! Nok-Nok, be ready. The hill giant turns to you as if in challenge and points to himself and gives a rumbling growl akin to Mungunk. And then turns to the goblins, his hands clenched on his club, then growls louder. He points at the goblins, then at his belly, the intent clear. The goblins do not respond, even Longlegs. Their eyes remain wide, frozen. Suddenly, Longlegs makes a high-pitched squeak and points at Nok-Nok. He our leader, he our hero. He make us drink everything we promised. He also made us eat your sheep. Eat him and ugly friend. He snarls, lifts his club, and then turns to you and Nok-Nok and thrusts out his chin, pounding his chest and giving a thunderous series of grunts that sound like a challenge. He Munguk, says, not in the mood to share. He says the half-shanks are their guts to... He says the half-shanks are their guts his to eat. You can understand him? I can. Got caught by hill giants once, kept a toy for their kid until ran away. Put your hand on your weapon. Back away, monster, or I'll kill you. He may not understand you, but he is keen on catching your intent. He growls and raises his club, then growls again. Well, do something. He hesitates for a moment, then presents an open palm, then taps with a finger. You suddenly realize he just did what seems to be the goblinoid version of trade. I think he's asking what Mungunk wants, but not about food, but currency, something of value. To your surprise, he looks sad. His eyebrows collapse and he gives a low grunt. The anger seems to have cooled down and he makes a rumble, staring off into space with half-lidded gaze. He doesn't seem drunk, merely sad. He gives a grumble, then a sigh, and a low, exhaling rumble. Munguk not happy. He not hungry, just lonely. Says came here looking for mate to be happy. But when he came, no wife. Goblins take his favorite sheep entrails, drink the liquor he send them for, and he have nothing. A wife? Really? Sad for him. Nok-Nok gives a shiver, then nods. Cutting off legs be better than finding mate. Can you tell him to look somewhere else for a wife? He shrugs and then emits a series of what passes for rumbles. And then a slow sack-shaped gesture in the air and then points to the gate of the fort. He shakes his head slowly and sighs, leaving a low grumble in his belly. He said he's looked everywhere. Well, send him somewhere, I guess. Nok-Nok gives a reluctant nod, thinks, and then makes an interrogatorily grumble. Nok-Nok looks confused, at which Nok-Nok repeats himself more firmly. He traces his finger across his palm as if providing a map, and the giant looks blearily at it. Nok-Nok absorbs this dully, then glances at the goblins, gives a dismissive grunt, and then glances at Nok-Nok and shrugs. Then he just lumbers out. What'd you say to him? Just makes sense to him with words like real hero. Send Nok-Nok to capital, lots of women, and all... He have all he need to choose wife. Why did you do that? I not counsel well, but hero good at chasing off giant means Nok-Nok good hero, right? The goblins seem ready to bolt. You catch Longlegs slowly uncurling himself from the pile, apparently ready to run. That's how I got Cappy? That's exactly how I got Cappy, yeah. You do notice a number of goblins looking at Nok-Nok with a strange fascination. Dealing with the giant must have impressed them. I'll let you all leave, but if I catch you here again, I'll execute you. Nok-Nok, deal with your tribe. He steps forward and gives a series of crackling hisses to get their attention. Nok-Nok, his eyes narrows, goes to each one of them and turns and raps them on the head hard. They wince but say nothing, except for one feeble groan from a goblin more sober than the rest. Make great deal with you. You need to go to bigger place or I hit you again. I'll show. Follow me. Follow big hero. Follow me. Take you to new place. Goblins nod and begin to untangle themselves, but they are doing what Nok-Nok says. You better not be taking them to the capital like Muk-Guk. Capital, not bad idea. All you go to capital. Nok-Nok commands you go. Son of a... Oh my, just... He's obviously lost for words. Oh my. To your horror, the goblins scamper away, running in all directions, but towards the direction of your capital city. Oh my lord. Well, where is it? All right. Well, I guess I'm going back to the capital now. Oh, no. All right. Notes. We could put notes away. Jesus. Well, that's not what I wanted. You better not be sending him to the capital. Capital, great idea. Hey, everybody, go to capital. Now! You know what sucks? I have to rest now.
How much longer, I wonder?
Alright, well, there's Oleg. Alright, let's make a beeline for the capital. So annoyed. Mostly at myself, though. Yeah, its kingdom has an alert now. Yeah, you think? Send them to that dwarven fortress over here. What's it called? Troll Wilderness. Send them over there. Let's go to the main square. If something's going wrong, it's going to be there. Well, I guess they're not here yet. Vulcan unfazed by the silence. There you go, a little something for you and a Cerbic ring. Will you stop giving me that? What are you working on? Something specific. Potions. He's giving me like 4 acerbic rings, and I don't need them. Events. Nok-Nok's drunken rage. We have to deal with Nok-Nok and get him out of the barony, whatever that means. Ideally without killing him. Tristan can do it. He's got 13 days. Alright, well if it's gonna take 13 days, I might as well do this. Economy is rank 4. Happy birthday to the Baron! Yay! Slum Dwellers, success. Excellent. Undead Sightings, success. Whale Hunt, success. Oh man, this is great. Alright, go get rid of him, please. Undead Cyclops' attack. Send you. Alina begs for an audience. Somebody's refusing to pay for taxes. We'll send Jubilist on that one. Master of Pain. That seems pretty good. Alright. Start that. Start that. Start that. Alright, let's meet these two people. Alina's face is pale and her head is red and a mess. It's awful, Your Grace. Ekun is missing and Natavi too. What do you mean they're missing? He was happy for a while after the feast. Things were going well. Then he started feeling down and restless. His thoughts may have turned to his family again, and then Natavi kept turning up. Then he talked to her. The more he talked to her, the worse he got. He was whispering something in his ear. She was whispering something in his ear, and then he kept ordering more and more wine. Then last night he left the inn armed to the teeth. I tried to stop him, but I couldn't. Where do you think they might have gone? If only we knew. There's only one spot. A bridge over the Guden River. Travelers have gone missing there. They say they might be the work of giants. Tavi was close to some woodcutter. When some woodcutter told me about it. I'm thinking that the woman dragged Ekun there. Alright, you did your duty by warning me, and I'm grateful. I'll set off to go find them. Praise Erastil. Alandi, a young man, runs into the throne room. His clothes, formerly stylish and sophisticated, are torn and muddy. Your Grace, place Shell in here. I made it here alive. I beg for your help. Alandi, what in the hell are you doing here? Oh, Lindsay, I'm glad to see you. Forgive me, Your Grace, for the lack of decorum. My name is Alandi. I attended the Patoxian Academy of Grand Arts with Lindsay. Our teacher, Aelbold the Insightful, has been forced to flee the wrath of King Iravetti, along with a group of his students. We almost made it here to the capital, but we were caught. I only managed to escape to find help. She realizes the gravity of his words and interrupts herself. What do you mean? Professor Eobaldi is in trouble. Thorgrim, we have to help. Who is he? He's a prominent researcher, a gatherer of myths and legends, author of many essays on history and literary theory. Any cultured ruler would be glad to welcome such a beacon of learning. The professor was one of the wisest people in the entire academy, maybe of all the river kingdoms. I knew the king would kick him out sooner or later. Like I told you, Iravetti isn't interested in sages and scientists. He just wants bootlickers and toadies. Why come to my lands? One of the Academy's most talented students already found shelter here after fleeing the tyrant's wrath. She bows politely to Lindsay. Your books are quite popular in Patox. They're a living reminder that culture yet blooms beyond Iravetti's reach. We'd hoped, Your Grace, that you would take us under your protection as well. Something wrong? No, yes, not important right now. We need to save the professor. Where will we find the professor and his students? His thugs caught up to them under a giant tree, a sycamore, I think. If you go there immediately, you should have time to intercept them. Okay, we'll help your teacher. Thank you. I can't believe Iravetti actually kicked out the professor. Well, it's his loss. We'll save him. Just don't go without me. I miss my old teacher.
Not that I care.
Right. But we've also got to go find Ekun. Alright, so we're going to take her in place of Ekun. I have not used her in a long time. Okay, let's go to the Sycamore first. Ekun can probably hold out longer than the Professor can, so... See invisibility. Hold on, let's... Dominate person. Rainbow pattern. So these are negative spells. Overwhelming grief. Confusion. Good hope is a positive spell. Summon... So we're gonna have that. This, that. Summon elemental. Let's go summon beast. Blindness. It's a negative effect. Piercing scream is a negative effect. Cure light wounds. She doesn't need that on there. Daze is negative. Inspire courage. There's the other song. Feather step is like a bonus. Remove fear. Mirror image. Glitter dust. Scare. Mirror image we got. Blindness we got. Elemental we got. Hideous laughter. It's a negative effect. Remove fear I've got. Feather step I got. Cure light wounds are not important. Expeditious retreat is an effect. Alright, that's fine. Resistance. Light is unimportant. Touch of fatigue is negative. Flare is this. So we're gonna redo her spells a little bit. Alright. Cure wounds. Resistance. Feather step. That. Glitter dust. See invisible. Remove fear. Good hope. Wait, that's not feathers. That's expeditious retreat. Shit, I got rid of one. Mirror image. Okay. And then offensive spells. Touch of fatigue will go first. Hideous laughter. Ear piercing scream. Blindness. Confusion. Overwhelming grief and dominate. Okay.